Hello from New York City. It is Carly Cylinder and I am at the Indigo Hotel on the Lower East Side. This is my view. It's insane. I've never stayed at a place like this before. They gave me the penthouse for a reason I don't really know, but it is amazing. Here's Gracie May. This is the entire penthouse. I mean, talk about goals. This really put a fire under my ass. I was like, I need to live in a place like this permanently. So today I am going to tell you the number one thing that you can do to increase your business profit, and that is, drum roll, you need to break out the labor. So this is something that you really wouldn't think to do, but especially in a business like florals or any other service where there's a lot of labor involved, although it might not seem like it, that's something that you need to do. Now, normally the standard would be that you would mark something up maybe 3 or 4 times if it's in New York and factor the labor into that, but it's not really covering it. If you think about the amount of calls, going to the mart, the supplies, all of that, it adds up. And so you need to break it out. You will definitely increase your revenue that way. And all I do is line item it. This, of course, can be applicable to other types of businesses. And what I do is I just put 2 designers at, say, 50 an hour or however much, 100 an hour at this many hours. And clients understand it. Now, your existing clients might be like, well, why am I paying $600 or $800 now for 3 arrangements when I used to pay $500? Well, you're not really paying that for the flowers. You're only gonna mark the flowers up about 2.5 times. So a smaller markup, but you're going to break out the labor. Now, a florist friend taught me this. Her name's Bess from Celadon and Celery, and it just didn't even think of it. She asked me, how are you making money? And I said, well, I guess I'm not. And so she was kind enough to explain that, and I have shared that with other florist friends and people in the event industry. It brings me back to a time when I was in this business group called Smarty. Let me just move that, my arm's getting tired. And Amy, the founder, she introduced me at one of the first networking events I ever went to. It was like a panel or discussion on something, to another florist. And I was so annoyed. I was like, I don't want to meet my competitor. But she knew something that I didn't, even though that sounded very counterintuitive. The fact is that you need friends in your industry. One, because if you have questions, they might know the answer, and they can also refer you if they're not available. So being friends with other florists has in fact served me well, and that's how I learned about increasing the profit for your business. Sorry, I'm saying a lot. I am a little bit sick right now, and I sound super nasally. I also lost my camera. I was at, well, I guess now it's stolen, but I had the great honor and pleasure of doing flowers for Nicole Richie's Pearl Exchange event a couple weeks ago, and I